Life in prison without parole. That is the fate of a local teen convicted of taking part in the so-called Craigslist murders. News Channel 5's Bob Jones was in the courtroom for today's emotional sentencing.
Well, Lee, this was a chance for the victims' families to tell Brogan Rafferty just exactly how they feel and just how he ruined so many lives. And in the end, they were satisfied that Brogan Rafferty got the maximum penalty, life in prison without the chance of parole. No chance of getting out and hurting anyone else.
You really are a cold-hearted and sick person with no regard of human life.
Family members and close friends of the Craigslist murder victims spoke directly to 17-year-old convicted killer Brogan Rafferty. Summer Rowley said Ralph Geiger was a father figure in her life.
As Ralph's ashes sit in a box in my living room, I just wish that my 2-year-old daughter would have had more time to spend with her Papa Ralph.
Timothy Kern was the last victim, shot, killed, and buried behind Rolling Acres Mall in Akron. Today, his sister delivered strong words.
You know nothing of remorse. You know nothing of shame. And you know nothing of God yet.
Rafferty, along with Richard Beasley, lured 4 down-on-their-luck men through a bogus Craigslist ad promising work on a southern Ohio farm. But instead of starting new lives, 3 of their lives ended. The sister of Scott Davis read a statement on his behalf. He was the only survivor.
You dug a grave knowing that your mentor and yourself was putting a body in it the following day.
Rafferty quietly said, "I'm sorry," as he looked at the judge, but did not apologize directly to the victims' families. However, he did acknowledge their pain.
I think of what they must have gone through, and I think that if I've been through hell and back, as I believe I have, they must be living there.
Judge Lynn Callahan was not swayed by Rafferty's words and handed down the maximum penalty, life in prison, without the possibility of parole.
It was cold, calculated, methodical execution of 3 human beings and nearly a 4th.
Defense attorneys say that prosecutors offered Brogan Rafferty 30 years to life, but then backed out of the deal. But the prosecution said there was discussion about a plea, framework for a possible plea, but an actual plea deal was never actually offered. The accused triggerman in this case, Richard Beasley, goes on trial in January. On your side in Akron tonight, Bob Jones, News Channel 5.